BlackBerry.
Okay, and here we are at the Xobni booth at CES 2010. I'm with Eric, who's going to walk us through Xobni for BlackBerry, right?
That's right.
What's it all about?
So Xobni is a tool that will index all of your email and build a profile around everyone that's inside your inbox. Typically speaking, a user has 5 to 10 times the number of contacts inside of their inbox as they do inside of an address book. It doesn't take into account the fact that most address books are outdated, corrupt, have duplicate information. Xobni kind of renders the address book as obsolete. What we do on the desktop is we actually index all of your email. We build a profile around everyone that's ever emailed you. We have a history of any and every email you've ever exchanged, anyone that's been in the to or the CC line, anyone or any attachment you've ever exchanged. So all these profiles allow you to find information very easily. So let's say I want to find a file attachment from Scott Miller over at Skype. I type in Scott's name, Xobni comes back and tells me that I know 48 different Scotts. But instead of showing those to me alphabetically, they're going to show me based on relevancy, based on the volume and frequency of communication. So Scott Miller over at Skype is the second Scott in terms of frequency of communication. Here's again the history of every email attachment or every email we've ever exchanged grouped by thread, and hover over and get a little bit of a preview. Everyone in the to or the CC line. Every attachment we've ever exchanged. Let's say I want to find a usage data report. I don't remember when I sent it or what I called it. So I'm going to start to type in usage. Now, I can go in there, it's showing me before I even typed in the full word, all the data reports that are related to usage data that I've ever sent them, and I found it. So if you think about it, Xobni's now created these very rich and deep profiles for anyone and everyone that I've ever communicated with. And really powerful. I no longer have to go into my contact list or my address book on my desktop to find people's phone numbers and all their information. But it'd be great if I could actually take that with me and be able to get that to me on my device. So Xobni is releasing a version for BlackBerry quite soon that will allow you to go through the application itself. And again, you're going to see that I've got all these rich profiles, not again in alphabetical order, but based on the frequency and relevancy. So I can go in and I can find information even though Michael's not in my address book. I've got access to his picture, his title, his email addresses, phone numbers. I've got a complete history of all of our email. When we first started to exchange emails, I could schedule a meeting with him. That's kind of our thing. See all this other great information. Let's say I actually can't remember the name of someone else, but I know Michael's associated with him. I could actually click on that person, go straight over to their profile. But one of the magic things that Xobni does is within the compose window. So let's say I want to email someone. This has typically happened to a lot of people where I'll go into compose an email. Let's say I want to email Mike Kirkup from RIM. Start to type in Mike. My address book out of BlackBerry pulls up a whole bunch of Mikes that I knew at one point. Oftentimes these are people I've not communicated with in years, or I have their name but it's from jobs 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they're no longer there. But I don't have Mike Kirkup. Really frustrating because I've emailed Mike probably 200 times. So with Xobni, I just simply flick up on the trackball or on the track scan, and I can find him one of two ways. I can either simply type in his name. By the time I get to KR, there's Mike. Or let's say, you know what? I actually need to email a couple people from RIM. If I'm going to email Mike, I may as well put a couple other people from the company on that email exchange. So I'm going to include Mike. I'm going to include Diane, and let's include Brad. So now you notice that all those people have shown highlighted in blue. I could remove if I accidentally added someone by clicking on edit recipients and pull that back. So 3 people who've never been in my address book, I normally would have had to hunt around and would not have been able to find their contact details. I instantly added an email, off I send. So there'll be a version that will actually synchronize both with Outlook, as well as a version that will be a standalone version.
Okay.
And it'll be available sometime later this year.
Understood. Cost on it, where should they go for more info to download it?
Right now we've not released any information on the pricing, but you can go get more information at xobni.com/BlackBerry.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for that, Eric. Great stuff. Xobni for BlackBerry. Coming soon.